proof.
You're funny. Okay, I think we're good. Are we there? We should be there.
You are there.
Yay, we're on Facebook. Let me call it up. How is everybody doing today?
Little better
Good,
than
good,
yesterday.
good.
I
Well, I'm a little bit ticked off, quite frankly.
Are
Uh-oh.
Okay?
you?
Yes,
Spill it.
I'm so sick and tired of all this crap that is on social media
I know
about the
what you're saying.
secret conversations and the letters that Raul left his children and like WTF. I'm so pissed off. I
Yep.
really
I,
am.
I agree. Well, since we're welcome everybody, I see we're live on Facebook.
Sorry about my French,
No, that's
but
okay. We're going to talk about that, Elaine, because what
oh,
you're saying is so true. And I think Randy has made a couple of posts about it today, and we're going to let him talk about it.
oh.
Welcome, everybody on Facebook. Thank you for being with us tonight on our Malo Strong prayer chain. Um, Randy, you did post today. We've had this conversation quite a bit today. I don't know well, I know what's going on is people want to capitalize.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
just
exactly what they're
wrong.
doing.
Yeah.
So,
So Randy's going to talk about it. One thing I wanted to ask you, Randy, and maybe you could throw it in your conversation is why it's bad, why it's wrong, why it's not good.
well,
I
That's a
mean,
long
yeah,
list.
you,
yeah.
so we could go to the moral end of it.
Let's do that.
Morally, they're bankrupt and they're pieces of crap. So I mean,
Yeah.
You're being very kind there,
Who
Randy.
does
That's
that?
not
Who
what I
is
would
I
say, but you're
am.
being very kind.
It's
Uh,
flat out thievery.
so
Thievery. Is that even a word?
it,
Thievery.
it is thievery. I mean, they're making mock-ups of certain things to a degree. They can do some of them, but the ones where they're using likenesses and stuff like that, they cannot. And the fact that they're using the names to promote products that have a horse rider on it or something like that, they are using a name likeness that is copyright protected to sell merchandise. So a lot of these, they are targeting Nashville, which is kind of silly because the fans are all over the world and we're getting this in and they're, and I made a couple posts, but I've gotten a lot more where I've just been filing the ones that I can because quite a few of them I've already traced it back. I used ICANN and everything else to trace them back to the holding companies and stuff like that, the domain holders and all that kind of stuff. So they're not paying for the extra coverage to protect all that stuff. So I know exactly where they are. A lot of them are in Gangshu, China, and they've purchased like multiple pages, or not purchased, but they've set up multiple pages. I think we're probably up to 25 or 30 of them at the moment for this one company, just one company. And they're just cranking it out. They're all new pages, and people, I don't get the part of, is this real? I don't know how many times we can reinforce and tell people until we're blue in the face, kind of like answer two questions and check a box.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly like that. Hello.
To
Yeah.
to say no, that's not real. Is it on the Maverick site? Is it Hillary's calendars? Then no, it's not real. I mean, I don't know how many more times we can tell people that before they get it. And so unfortunately, it's a lot of the same individuals who were taken advantage of by the Malo group pages of Malo private chat room and this and that and all that other stuff, and thinking that they're actually talking to Roll. Yeah, well, if they're doing that now, that I'm telling you that long distance call is like the fees are fierce.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's been a lot. I mean, probably because it's on Facebook. And I want to say welcome to Bob. Welcome to Mand. I see Sherry has joined us, and Sheila. Sheila, we saw your pictures you posted today, but almost every other item on Facebook today
And it's
has
targeted
been.
ads.
Well, then they know I'm a Mavericks fan, but I mean,
They're targeting ads. They're targeting it through hashtags and stuff like that. But they're because it comes up in your feed, so your feed knows that you like certain names of groups or this or that or whatever. See, what they don't tell you is what I'm going to tell you, because I've spent a lot of money over the years advertising on these social media channels. So when you see those ads, click on them repeatedly, over and over and over again. Open it into another window, keep refreshing it.
Really?
And click over and over and over and over again before you go in there and block the page. And but report it first, because they have to pay for every ad click. And it breaks down that advertisement a lot faster, so that whatever money they put on that is being diminished down. And they keep thinking all these people are seeing it. They are, but then you block it, so that ad isn't going to do very good, is it?
Well, I thought it was amazing.
I know all these tricks.
I had no idea. I shared a link to you today to one of them, and you couldn't open it. So the layers there are not very good, because as soon as you try to share it, it like died or something. I don't know what happened.
Because the people are already starting to report them as fraud, and the more of us that report these, the better. And a lot of them that are, if they're watching, hi. If you're
I'm the guy that
stupid
reported
enough,
you.
and I don't like using this word, but if you're stupid enough to leave your review button up to leave a review, I'm leaving you a 1-star review.
They're
And
stealing.
I'm putting photographic evidence. It's
They're
a CYA.
stealing.
Cover your ass.
Yeah.
Putting that photocopy of the web advertisement on there, so that people see the reason why, and saying, you are not authorized to use this. This is a fraudulent page. Don't buy anything from here. Put that in there. Leave a 1-star review, and you've got proof to put it on there.
Look out, Randy. Pretty soon they're going to be imitating you.
Oh, that's actually happened before.
I say
that's
that
happened
because Roy Orbison's sons have got all kinds of clones out there.
Well, it's thievery. It's fooling.
Yeah,
It's trying to deceive the public. It's so many things. It's trying to take advantage of the fans while they're grieving, and there's like 100 layers of what's wrong about it, and it's not right.
Trying to get rid of them is like playing whack-a-mole.
No,
Well,
I mean, it can be done, because as the more you do it, the less profitable it becomes for them, and they move on to something else. So that's the trick to that, and that's why I'm constantly doing it. But what I do is, like with the fake pages for my cousin, like I've knocked out a couple hundred of them already. But I purposely, after I do it, I block them, so that I know that I'm not going to see that particular page anymore. And I don't block the page when it says, do you want to block them? I back out of that, and I go and click the 3 buttons and then go there to block, because then you can block that page and any new page that they may create. There's a difference. So I go that route. Okay. And then I know the route. And then most of the times I'll get a quick thing back that says, I swear my hair isn't hanging out here. That's my hat. I'll get a thing that it was denied. I ignore that. It doesn't matter, because what happens, that's an AI generated system now. It's not hand done anymore. It's all computer generated. So usually within a couple of months, it's already been reprocessed manually. Then the letter goes back, we've removed that account. Perfect. So I don't even question if when they send that to me, I just ignore it, delete the notice, and don't even think about it. But by deleting all of them, I know that they're not a new one that I've missed. So then I can target the new ones. And then with the advertisement, If they've got it on a Facebook page, then I file for fraud. I do fraudulent page. I do AI generated page. It's a fake page. It's this. I find usually like 2 or 3 of them because I can't file copyright infringement. That's a whole other ball of wax. And once everything, I can't say go back to normal because it's never going to be back to normal. But once we get to a point down the road, I'll work with Betty on that where we can, process it through email. I will take the time and file the paperwork for fraudulent charges and stuff like that, and she can sign off on it, whatever she needs to do. So she doesn't have to focus on any of that crap because she doesn't need to. I'm more than happy and willing to do that. So we'll go that route as well for anybody who's using licensing stuff. So, she owns the name of the band. She owns his name rights, and that's hers now. So how she decides to have that represented is it's up to her and how she decides to do that now. And she's a tough cookie. She doesn't fool around when it comes to business and stuff like that. She never has.
What about
And
the stuff that we see on eBay? Is that
that's hard to target, but you can actually challenge that and say that it's fake merchandise or something like that. Independently, you can do that. Later down the road, I can work with Betty where we have a flat format letter that we can send to all these people. It's kind of a cease and desist letter. And then, we can have one drafted from the attorney and just send it out. And I've already got one attorney that's been hitting me up. She's pissed as pissed as can be. She's in Nashville and she's getting hit with a lot of these scam things coming in. And I told her about keep clicking on the ad. She didn't know that. I was like, yeah, it costs them every time. Click on the ad and it brings it down. Because you'll have, I would post a reel or an ad, on Facebook and or Instagram, and it would cross over, and I'd throw $100 at it, or $500, or $1,000, or $20, just depending on what it is. So every time you click on that budget gets driven down. So you only get X amount of clicks for so many time before your budget is gone. So if they keep seeing their budget gone and they're not making any money from it, they're not going to keep doing it. It's just business. And they're doing this strictly as a business move to make money on someone's tragedy, as disgusting as that is.
And it is disgusting.
And I'm going to call out every one of them that I feel justified, especially that woman that's there in Colorado. I have no problem putting your address out there, honey. Because it is public. So I will put it out there.
you made it publicer.
I did.
Publicer.
So
more
I have no
publicer.
problem doing that.
No.
And like that attorney, she's a huge Malo fan. She's in Nashville, and she can send she's like, "You want me to send a cease and desist right now?"
It's
I gotta get Betty to approve that. She's like, "I'll do it. I don't care. I'm ready to do it," because it came to Nashville, so they can issue it from Nashville. So wherever you're seeing it at, whether Miami or wherever, they can send cease and desist from those states, and they have to come and represent themselves in the court of law of that city.
Oh yeah.
Andy, where do you live? What state? I'm not. Are you in Tennessee or Florida or?
Who?
Me?
You, Randy.
Oh,
well, both. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Tequesta, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Randy is a man of the world. It is.
I used to be.
It's a problem as far from a fan perspective because we want merchandise. We want Mavericks merchandise, but we don't want to buy it from these vultures.
Oh,
I
no.
have a better word.
Because you're taking money away from the band.
Yes.
From Raul's estate, you're taking money away from all that.
Yeah. And then at the last concerts, I know there was some merchandise because I saw people with it, but the venues are so large, I have no idea where at the venue it was. And then now on the Mavericks music page, Everything is really, what did I show you today? It said due to the high amount of orders, people are ordering. I know somebody commented they had bought some Mavericks posters on the Mavericks site, and I couldn't even find the poster. So I mean, I don't know if they already sold out or what.
And that's
Um,
possible.
yeah,
I hope
so
people aren't
they're,
buying them and reselling them.
well, they're
Well,
at least
and they
they're
can do
buying
that.
it. Yeah, at least they're buying it from the correct place.
Oh.
But so I do want people to get their merchandise through the Maverick site because it helps, support the Mavericks and the
It does.
family. And somebody had made a comment today too on the page about the cost of shipping. Shipping has gone up for everybody. I know everybody's
Everyone.
shopping right now for Christmas.
Yeah.
Anything that you're having shipped costs a lot. If you're sending packages, it costs a lot. I was gonna send Randy some oranges, but I might have to send them one at a time. So, things like that. It's not just the Maverick site that has expensive, high
The
cost
only
on shipping.
time, and I can tell you an example on shipping actually. So the only time you actually save money is if you're a company and you use certain, like if you have, say, an
Providers.
individual UPS account or a FedEx account, you're not really saving much money. It's a small percentage. But if you have, say, what's that?
Ship Pirate.
No. What's the? I just forgot the name of it. The online Shopify. So
Oh.
large companies like that have a big, huge bulk rate because they ship so much, and they pass that savings on to the consumer, which is the business owner. So you're able to save a lot on shipping that way, even though it's still gone up. It's still probably the cheapest way if you're a small business to do something. But I'll give you an example. Business to business is a lot cheaper than business to person or anything like that. So one of the products, and this was a few years ago too, but this product that I was having shipped in, I was the rep for it and distributor and all that kind of stuff. Huge, two big boxes, like massive boxes. It's a bed in a box, basically, but in a container. It's a big piece of wood furniture. The bed is hidden away. You can put a big TV on top of it, as a drawer on it, and everything like that. They're cool. I mean, they're cool pieces. So, they average retail, they're like, $10,000-$15,000. So I was getting my display model, and the cost to ship it to me was, I think at the time, about $150 or maybe $300, something like that. From California to me, business to business, to my store. For me to ship a product, and this was a lot of the problem that I backed away from selling the product, to ship it, for me to ship it just to Virginia, $3,500.
Oh,
My gosh.
From my business to a residence. We're not talking deliver it into your house, white glove service, or anything like that. That's how much it was to ship this same product. And mind you, at the time we were, now they're like $10,000-$15,000, and at the time I think they were going to sell for like 8,000, 7,500, 8,000, something like that, whatever it was. But that was the shipping on top of it, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that to a customer. No, we're not doing it until you can justify the shipping and get some kind of a bulk setup to ship this. We're not doing it, and I walked away from it because I wouldn't sell it.
Yep.
But that's the kind of like weird pricing that is in shipping. It's ridiculous. And now with the tariffs, if you've got anything international,
Forget it.
it's ridiculous.
True. So I did want to say that it's not that the site that they're choosing to necessarily gouge. It's across the board that shipping costs are up. So
hugely,
but I want to
and
thank
it's in
everybody
every country, not just in the
Yes.
US. It's no different here in
Yes.
Canada. The cost
Yeah.
to ship stuff is.
Yeah, it's high there too. Yeah.
I want to thank everybody that's here tonight and everybody that's on Facebook. I knew we were going to have less people tonight because it's Friday, and I know Hillary's on vacation still. Mark Potter did reach out to me and said he was going to take a break tonight, which I totally respect. And Judy has Shabbat. So Judy, we miss you. So
Oh,
I realize, yes.
because you said, because I'm fractured. My thought processes was, so when you said Mark, so Mark's fabulous podcast has been booted out of a couple of groups.
Right.
Why?
Right.
That made me
jealous?
want to promote this even more.
Why?
And if
Why? I don't
anybody,
know what's going on there. Cherie
if
knows.
anybody, I won't even
Her
go into
hands
it.
up.
But when and if anybody's seen the analytics, thanks to my cousin that I just posted, that are like in the millions at this point,
Wow.
I'm going to like push his stuff all the way across all my social media.
Well,
Well,
let me say, Cherie's gonna have something to say, but let me say, I knew who Mark Potter was only from seeing his YouTube channel for over a decade. Okay, Mark Potter's YouTube channel has brought me immense joy over like during COVID and things like that. But now, even more so, now that I have spoken with him and I know what he's all about, for whatever reason, he and I never, a lot of these people, a lot of you people I never made a connection with. I moved to Texas in 2016. I was busy with my parents. I kind of just disconnected a little bit from my normal things. But anyhow, Mark Potter, I call him a savant or Rain Man. But if you love the Mavericks and you love Raul, you better love Mark Potter. I mean, unless you just don't want to know anything anymore or learn
He's
more stuff. He's
he's
yeah,
so
he's like
supportive with the
Rain Man.
family and what he's done. It's
Yes, and
I give the guy props big time.
he's posted the most beautiful things
Oh
that
my
I
God,
would
yeah.
obscure things that I would have never found on my own. So I can't get enough of Mark Potter. I need to excavate Mark Potter's brain
We're
and
not
find out
giving
all
him
this
his
stuff.
address.
Yeah, I know, and I'm okay with that as long as he keeps posting. But Cherie is there with some information in her hand up, so I'm waiting for this. Go, Sherry. Hi, welcome, thank you.
I'm not going to get into too many specifics, but Mark said some things that some people didn't agree with, and so he was ousted from a couple of groups. But that's why I said to him the other night in this meeting, I said, Mark, it's
Ken's
really good to
crying.
see you again. And I'm really glad you're in this group. And I think
Behave
he's
yourself.
home in this group. And he has the most incredible stuff. And
He
he's
does.
very generous with what he has because
Oh my God, yes.
he's sent me several things. And when he came upon the idea of the podcast, we were all in Kansas City. And he said, well, what would you think if I did this? And right after we returned from Kansas City is when he started the podcast. And he named it Stories You Can Tell. Stories.
Yes,
Is it You Can Tell or Stories I Can Tell?
stories we can tell.
stories you can
We
tell.
can tell. Okay, stories. So that's what he named it. And it's just, there was so much information in those podcasts too, the different
Yeah.
people that he interviewed. And then as it went on, then he got Edwina to be like a co-host with him.
Which is
Love
great.
it. I love
So,
it.
so anyway, yeah, the podcasts I thought were really, really good. And so I'm glad that he's getting some respect.
I've only
Well,
listened to a couple of them, and I'm like, oh no, this is good.
I'm
We're
blown
definitely
away.
promoting
Yeah,
this.
no. Thank you so much for that insight, Cherie, because I had no idea.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, first of all, Mark Potter can say everybody can say whatever they want. That's the beauty of our
Appropriately.
country. He can say
Yes.
whatever he wants. No matter what Mark says, and I know Mark will see this later, and Mark, if you're watching, listen to what I'm going to say. You cannot take
Back up the
away
truck.
the invaluable, the invaluable knowledge, experience, insight that he has. And you know, I tried to think about it today. I did. I sat on my patio with my arms crossed going, how come I'm not Mark Potter? I did. Well, you know what? Mark Potter, and this is not sexist at all, had access to the Mavericks, the band, Raul, in a way. Hi, Joni, welcome. In a way, most, I'm going to say any female would not have been able to get for obvious reasons. I mean, imagine if I was Mark Potter. Now, see what I mean? So there, luckily for us now, we have this person with an abundance of Raul information, knowledge firsthand. I mean, did y'all see that video that he was talking about with the record about that he was talking about last night that he had gotten off of eBay and showed Raul? Okay, he actually has the YouTube footage, the video of that interaction. Nobody has that. The images or the meetings that I've ever had with Raul are here, and that's not very good. And one day it'll be gone. So look at, he's got tangible.
It's on its way.
Yeah, it's Blondie's. Yeah, but he's got information, and you know what the most beautiful part of it is? It's coming from his heart and his love for Raul and the band and the music. And you know what the other beautiful part is? That he's willing to share it with us. So if
That is
somebody
huge in
didn't want
itself.
him or somebody discluded him or removed him, that's your loss. I suggest everybody who wants, there's people now who want more Mavericks, more Raul, and I totally understand. Go to Mark Potter's YouTube. There's, I think, what it is, 213 or 273. I maybe didn't have my glasses on. He's got a lot of videos. Okay, but not just his channel, but in conversing with him, he is and I respect him for one. That's a good portion of his life that he has dedicated to being a fan and obtaining this knowledge.
Oh
He
my
is
God, yeah.
like he's Encyclopedia Britannica of
Yes.
Mavericks.
Yes,
And
totally.
you
Oh my
can't
God, yeah.
take that away from him. You can't take that away from him. There's other people like Bob Collins, people like Hillary. These people are naturally who I gravitate to now because it's stuff I didn't know. I've already learned so much, and I imagine I'll keep learning. I want to keep learning. There's nobody else I'm listening to. That's not a new thing. I wasn't listening to anybody really before either. So that's not going to change. Yeah, that's not going to change. So if you have the thirst for Mavericks and Raul and you're sad and you're processing, these people are your security blanket. They are your teddy bear right now because the posts they make, the stuff they put, and mind you, also Bob Collins is hilarious. If y'all didn't know that, he is. This is valuable to us. It's valuable to me. If someone else doesn't see the value in it, then more for me. That's like pumpkin pie. You don't like it, I'll eat it. So it's I'm so glad to have made his acquaintance via Zoom and Messenger. I'm so glad he's here. This is a safe place for him to land. I hope you will all show him some appreciation. I had not subscribed to his channel.
I just did.
Yeah,
Me
subscribe
too.
to his channel. I hope his channel, goes through the roof with subscriber. When I first knew Mark Potter, I didn't even know if subscribe or I didn't know about subscribing then. So today I noticed like, hey, I'm not even subscribed. So please subscribe because he deserves it. I didn't follow the Mavericks around like he did. Okay, let's put it that way. Okay, I was not in that inner circle of people that were so blessed and so fortunate to be with the Mavericks. And I want those people here. I want to hear those people's story. Those people are everything now, not just for me. I'm sure that their accounting is very important to the family as well.
Ken's hand is shaking like
yes.
crazy.
Okay, Ken, go.
Ken.
I'm getting covered.
You.
Hand up. No, from back in the days with the Malo Forum, there's a ton of people on there that aren't as public as like Mark Potter and, Krista and like Maria Carroll, who's on, who's part of this group now. But you have people like Paul Barker and
Yes,
Andrew
definitely.
Ayrault, who have all
Yep.
been huge people. Bob Collins. I've gone to a couple of shows. Like I happened to meet him at the Birchmere one time when me and my now ex-wife had gone to a Raul show, and he was just like, he's like, yeah, we're going back afterwards, and I didn't think anything of it, and I was like, okay, cool. I was like, but we sat there and we had a great conversation. The great people contacted him, but there's so many people. I mean, that aren't Mark Potter or somebody like that. Of
Yes.
some Hillary let stay at her house, who was a friend of mine in Massachusetts, referee Barb. If you've ever seen her, she was a pro wrestling manager, referee, but she used to shows all the time, and she would follow Raul like to the Gren Hall for the weekend Malocons,
Oh wow.
Yeah. And,
Philadelphia.
and Debbie Miller. Let's not forget
Debbie
Debbie
Miller.
Miller.
Yes, she's in
Yeah.
our Facebook. She's live in
Yeah.
our Facebook, I believe.
Yeah,
Patricia,
any of those people like that,
Debbie
especially
Potter.
from the OG days.
yes,
Yeah,
all one.
send them invites
Yeah.
but just tell them to answer
Yes.
both questions and check that box, please.
Yeah.
It's only
it,
two
Randy,
little
sing it.
questions. Two
All
little
day.
questions in a box.
Decline,
You can
decline.
do it.
But Cherie, you have your hand up. Go,
Yeah.
love.
I first of all, I just want to clarify, as far as what happened with Mark Potter, that is my understanding, but I can't speak for him, but that's my understanding. Second of all, I am in awe of people who were in the forum. And so who in this group was all in the forum?
I was not.
I was.
What did
I
they
was.
know about it?
But Ken and
Yeah.
Elaine,
Yep.
Sheila,
was
were
not.
you in the forum?
No, I was not. I didn't know about it, or I would have been.
Well, the
You can say-
forum was long before I even ever heard of the Mavericks.
Mm.
But anyway, I met someone when I was standing in line to see a show in Milwaukee, and it was early on when I became a fan. And I got there like an hour and a half early, and the 3 times I saw them at the Pabst, I was always the first person in line because it was general admission. And I met this woman. In fact, those who were in the forum might know her, Kim Bertram.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I met her, we were standing in line together. And so we met, we became friends on Facebook. And then Raul was doing a solo show in Chicago. And I wanted to go to the show, but I didn't want to drive in Chicago. And so she ended up inviting me to her place. And I stayed overnight there and for 2 nights. And we went to one show. And it was the first time that I ever had an opportunity to be with another Mavericks fan. And it was so much fun. We talked Mavericks the whole time. We
Yep.
watched all kinds of videos. She showed me a scrapbook that she had, and she told me about the forum. And that was the first that I ever heard about the forum. And I just thought, oh my God. And like I said, I just became a fan in 2018. So the forum was long before that. But
Yeah, I didn't know about
I'm
it
in
either.
awe of people who were in the forum.
I am too. And I think part of it, because I've been kicking myself for days, like, how did I not know about this? A lot of it had to do with even still, a lot of people are not on the internet or into the internet and maybe didn't know how to get there. And maybe at a concert you didn't happen to make the right connection or be around. I mean, when you talk about meeting another Mavericks fan, it's really like 2 unicorns meeting. It really is. And I totally understand. But then you leave the venue and you don't see those people again, or you didn't get their name, or you sat next to somebody great, but you didn't know who they were and there wasn't a chance to talk and you couldn't hear over the music and who would talk anyhow. So all these things didn't facilitate getting the information out. I was not part of the forum, but for some reason, like I said, I know these names. Like I said the other day, I saw on some of the posts that Mark Potter made today, a forum chat the Malo Mujer woman that I was referring to, and I had seen her name somewhere. And
Yeah.
so I
That's
had got these.
Shirley Carmen
Yes,
Rivera, I think is
yes.
her real name.
So
Yeah.
Shirley Hill.
Yeah, so I had gotten these names, but
Different name.
what I want to put out there, and hopefully it'll trickle to these people, is come to this Zoom. Come tell us your story. I
Yeah.
mean, I barely got my foot in, and I started following them. I'm thinking now it was more like 94, not 96, because by 96, I'm looking at the pictures now from the Del Mar Fair and the Grammys. I was already in a couple of years at that point. But those people should come here because we want to hear your story.
Oh my
And
God.
if you've heard Randy say, this is a legacy for Betty and the boys in the Malo family. So please come and share your account. Well, you can talk all you want. We want to hear it. We want to ask questions. So I welcome everybody who has, like today, there was a lady who posted a picture on Facebook. I can't think of her name right now. I think it was in Monterey. And she has a picture with Raul. And I asked her, where was this picture taken? And she said that at their event, security had somehow caused a ruckus. And we know how Raul loved that.
He loves it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
security
he loves
caused
security.
a problem, which was a really dumb thing to do. But then Raul invited all of the fans to the bus. Can you imagine that? Yes.
Wow.
And so that's a great story. And if she catches this video, I would love for her to come to the Zoom and tell us
Yes.
what happened at that event. And I totally know that that's what happened, because at the Palm Desert in July, when he got mad at security and ripped them, he said, you know what? This is what you get. Everybody stand up. And everybody was like, yeah, that's what you get. So things like that. Things like that, I want people to come here and feel comfortable to come here and say your experience so that other people can hear your experience. Because I mean, I didn't get to participate in the forum, but this sure is great. It
And
really is.
for
I
all
like
those
that we're
that
actually speaking to each other too, not just typing.
Yeah.
for all those that aren't able to attend the live or sit into the Zoom call, or even if you're working or whatever, you missed the live on Facebook, we're uploading these to YouTube. I have uploading it to our main channel, which is Magnolia Emporium, and then we have a backup channel which I need to catch up on both of them, but I'm trying to upload them after the meeting. So I've got a few more videos that I've got to upload before they fall off the system. But that way we can preserve those videos for Betty and for the kids, so that, and the rest of the family, so that they can tune in, they can look back. Everybody can look back. Everybody who loves Raul can look back and watch and talk and whatever. And we're trying to look forward to additional things going down to the future. I've got 3 radio people in 3 different countries right now that potentially we're working to set up as guests. I've got the head of a specific organization, which I won't mention yet. We'll do the promos when he's able to come on. So we have him. We're going to have Helene Bader back on for LMD. We're going to have, excuse me, oncology massage therapists. We're going to have hospice care providers. It's going to be a little bit of everything, because we have people dealing with illness in the group now, in stage cancers, just being diagnosed, family members, everything. And the point of this to begin with, I get a lot of messages, and I'm not reading them because it's not what I'm about. It's not who I am. Thanks and this and that, all that kind of stuff for doing all this. But the one I will mention is this one young lady who commented in a post about thank you for bringing us together. So I will take only partial credit for that, because this is like a team effort. There's no way I could even attempt to do all this by myself without these amazing people by my side that are helping put this together. All of our admins, all of our moderators that are busting their ass for free. The pay sucks, but you can do it in your underwear and eat some Oreos. I mean, so there's some benefits to it.
Yeah, that's a perk.
Where's that camera? I didn't know there was a camera in my office.
So I mean, I can't even take a tenth of the credit for this at all, because this is everybody else. I'm just providing the vehicle for it.
You planted another seed, Randy.
Yeah.
And it allowed this. It's spreading like wildfire.
We're almost at 9,000. Actually, getting ready to hit 9,000, and it's basically 2 months.
Yeah.
But we could be at 90,000 unless you click the box.
Two little questions in a box.
None of us would be able to keep up.
True. It's true.
Well,
It's true. Every time.
Delete button. Nope, you're gone.
Yeah, I look at it and I'm just like, always think I'm getting punked when they didn't answer the questions. Like this is unreal.
Or a doctoral thesis in the center one, and the other two are blank.
Yeah, it's like I said, the
Dude,
people
you're so close.
It doesn't count.
Yeah. Try again.
So close.
So close.
Try again.
And then here I am, putting through one that says yes, yes, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
get those with the Roy Orbison group I moderate.
But
What's your
You get
favorite
it.
song?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
That
understand. But
doesn't
the
answer the
questions,
question.
they do help keep the page secure, keep the
Yeah.
family,
Exactly.
protected. And so it does serve a valuable reason. It's not without.
No, it's absolutely.
reason.
Listen, it kicked out my cousin Anna.
Who
Yeah.
did?
I
Our
don't know.
system did.
The system
And believe
did.
me, I sent her a text right away, laughing my ass off over it. Because my cousin in the UK was like, "You're not gonna believe what just happened." I'm like, "No."
Well, didn't you say
But-
Dino needed help getting onto the site too?
No,
Yeah.
I clearly reversed it, and I'm like,
But,
and then she's like, "What happened? What happened?" Because she didn't even realize that she got kicked out.
oh wow. It does have a mind of its own on some things, and I
Oh, yeah.
understand that. But
We're always having to go back and fix stuff for people.
I
So
did
if you ever get a message or a post, first don't repost it if you don't see it pop up, because usually it's because we have to manually approve it.
Yeah.
It will often flag a video. Make sure your YouTube links work. That a picture pops up when you do it. If it does pop up, fix it. We often have to all of us are having to do this. And believe me, we're in the hundreds and hundreds, and at times, a couple thousand within one day trying to go through all this stuff. I mean, it's daunting to say the least right now. But if something doesn't go through, don't worry. We'll see it. If you get a denial, it's a lot of times it's automatic. It's not us doing it. Let us know. You can send me a message directly, and I can look and check it real quick and see what the reason was. A lot of the times is because didn't check the box.
Oh,
That needs to be our first T-shirt. Check the box.
Oh my God! Right. But sometimes it's also because if the system flags something, it automatically denied you. You have 28 days. It picks up every time something comes through. It picks up that you got denied. It doesn't see anything else, and it'll automatically deny you because you got denied so many times and didn't tell us to fix it. So you have to wait 28 days to kind of reset yourself. And so this happens a lot. So we have a couple of them that we have to well, there's more than a couple.
Yeah.
That we have to constantly fix and reset up. And Judy, my God, Judy didn't even tell me. She had like this slew of stuff that was like denied. I'm like, Jody, tell me. I didn't want to buy. I'm like,
There was 486 requests at one point today.
Whoa.
during the
That
day.
was just for a few hours. That's just like a couple hours.
That's a slow day. If it's only 486, good
It
Lord.
was that was
Yeah,
just
that
like
was just for
one
a
at
couple
one
hours,
time.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn work schedule's
But-
We
getting
may
in
have
the way.
we may have approved 100 of them, if that.
But I do I know Mark Potter will be with us again, so I do and I just shake my head that anybody would have not wanted him around, because he's just like right now. Randy, somebody put there in the chat, I'm going to join as much as I can. You are a great comfort to me. How is the family? And so I'm sure that's a question.
That was
all of
Yeah,
Lisa.
us have.
Lisa, they're, it's emotional, planning a funeral
Yeah.
right now, and Catholic funeral at that, and funerals.
How's
So
a Catholic funeral different?
There's
Longer.
mass.
it's
Huh?
like a
Mass.
Jewish
Usually
funeral,
there's a
it's a lot
mass.
longer.
Probably
Yeah.
have communion.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a
Yeah.
lot, there's
There's
just
a lot.
layers to it, and it's bigger, and
Yep.
and the fact that
is.
he's a celebrity, there's
Oh,
all
yeah.
this and that. So there's all different things that Betty's working on, which I cannot discuss.
Right.
One, because I don't know all the details yet. Two,
No,
she
of
didn't tell
course
me I
not.
could discuss it either, so I'm not going to. But
Respect that.
they're doing a lot of different things, and I don't know what she's going to do continuously down the road. But she has a lot, not only planning, funerals. There's business aspects, there's billing aspects, there's medical, there's this, there's all the social security, banking, there's all this stuff. This isn't just a regular quote unquote somebody who
Yeah.
passed away. This is a completely different
Yeah.
ball of wax.
Yeah.
Completely.
I mean, I think we could
it's-
imagine how, like, if
Yeah.
you've lost somebody in your family, like when I lost my mom, that was a lot of
Oh,
work. Now
yes,
imagine
that was-
this. Imagine a
Magnify
celebrity.
it by 100
Yeah.
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 is what she's dealing with right now.
And
And you have to
Well,
I
do
agree.
you have to do it at a time when you're just all you want to
Exactly.
do
You're
is cry.
grieving. You've lost the love of your life, and you
Right,
have to deal
right.
with
I
all
can
this.
just
I-
imagine she's just going
my
on
heart breaks
overdrive
for
right
her.
now.
Yeah.
She is.
I know we keep Betty and the boys and his mom and his sister and Anna and the entire Malo family. We
Mhm.
keep them in our prayers every day, that God provide them with the strength to get through this very difficult time. And I know I've said this before. I know we're all, sad, but my heart goes out to the family most of all, because they were the people that, loved him the most, were with him the most. He's their world. And my heart goes out to them for what they're.
We're sad. I can only
going through.
imagine how they must feel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, even you,
Yeah.
Randy, you as well.
Us and Randy too. Randy is so selfless with his time to do all the things that he does to facilitate this. But again, I really thank all of you for being here. I'm going to read Karen Sharini's prayer, and then we'll go ahead and close. We'll be here tomorrow and Sunday. Joni, are you going to be here tomorrow?
Yeah,
Maybe tomorrow we can do a meditation and
Sure.
send some good thoughts, and
sure.
pray for Raul and his journey, and just put our heads in a better place than where it's been all week. Mark Potter did tell me today. I told him Happy Friday, and he said somehow he lost a day. We all lost Monday.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah, we
why
did.
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
like, what's today? So when he said that, I said I totally. What I did too. What day? I know.
Yeah.
It's the day the earth stood still,
Mhm.
really. But again, I thank you all for being here. Randy, did you want to add anything before I read Karen's prayer?
No, sorry, I was approving posts.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Of course.
Randy, do you know that in Facebook you can there's a setting where if people don't answer the questions within an hour, it denies it automatically? Are you aware of that setting?
I have, like most everything, checked off and flagged on the group settings, and we have it like full phasers set.
Okay. I just want, in case you didn't know about it, because I found that to be a godsend on the group I moderate.
Yeah, I mean because they have to resubmit, and we have a copy and paste that we send to
Mhm.
all of them that covers all the bases of what they're missing and what they need to do.
Mhm.
It's uniform across everybody. How everybody's using it,
Okay,
and I'm trying to make everything very clean and simplified for everybody to be able to use. And they're declined, and they've got to resubmit with the proper information. And if they
right.
don't, they're going to get declined again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it'll decline if they don't, if they send the request and they don't answer the questions
Well,
within an hour, they get denied
I have a time
automatically.
set. I have a time set, but like myself, I'm someone who's you know extremely busy, so I'm not coming back within an hour, or I'm not sitting at the
Right.
computer
Mhm.
checking.
Mhm.
So I mean, I have a leeway set on that time period. It's not an hour,
Mhm.
but I have a time set on that. I did that when we first set the group up.
I didn't know I could change the
Um,
time, so I learned something from you.
yeah, yeah. So I delve deeply into all the settings, and I continuously go back because of the I get new tools opened up to me frequently because of the
Mhm.
level of volume that we're doing,
Yeah.
and the volume of what I get in. I have access to different things that some people don't get. It just depends.
Mhm.
And so, I'm constantly reviewing and checking for updates and stuff like that, and constantly seeing what
Okay.
additions that we can add. And I constantly go through our activity log. I constantly go through all of that stuff, at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, even
Oh,
seeing
Lord.
what's going on, what's happening, to try and stay on top of it, despite all these amazing people that are helping with this,
Mhm.
trying to catch something that they may have missed, or reflecting people getting flagged or this or that. Is it viable that they're getting flagged? For what reason?
Mhm.
Reversing some of those changes, stuff like that you know i'm I'm not micromanaging. I'm just managing the back end buffer of it.
You have every
uh,
right to do that.
yeah, well, again, because this is for Betty,
Yeah.
and
Right.
it's important that it's properly set up so that getting a lot of we're not even having a grand opening here yet.
Oh,
We've been open for a couple of months, and like in business for me, I never have a grand opening for at least 6 months.
mhm.
Get the kinks out for any place that I set up or open.
Yeah.
Sometimes a year, it just depends. So I have that same mindset for business that I'm doing this, because I look at
Yeah.
this as a business. So I
Mhm.
want to make sure that it's properly done and set. And we have an amazing team that is correcting any issues from people.
That's good.
Things like that. So
Well, thank
Good
you,
job,
Randy, and
y'all.
thank you for everything you do, Randy. I know the family appreciates it, I'm sure. This is a prayer written by Karen Sharini, who is typically here with us. But like I said, I know it's Friday and people, have it's a busy day for a lot of people. This is a prayer she wrote, a prayer of deep mourning and endless love for Raul. We gather with hearts that feel torn open, aching in ways we can hardly speak. Raul's passing leaves a hollow place inside each of us, a hurt so sharp and so deep because he was loved that fiercely. The world is beginning to feel unsteady without him, and yet somewhere beyond our reach, heaven must be overflowing with joy because it has just welcomed our Raul home. Our Raul gave us so much of himself, his voice, his warmth, his spirit, and losing him feels like losing a piece of our own hearts. The pain sits heavy because the love was real. The love is real. In this grief, we must lean hard on each other to hold one another up because none of us should have to face this kind of sorrow alone. Raul's family, friends, his brothers, the Mavericks, the Malo Strong family, and the countless fans who adored him, we are all bound together now by the ache of missing him. Yet, even inside this pain, love keeps glowing, soft, steady, unending. It reminds us that Raul is not gone from us, he has only gone ahead where he is belting out songs like only he can. Raul, we miss you with a pain that feels endless, but our love for you is even greater than that pain. And it is that love, raw, loyal, and unbroken, that will carry your light forward when our hearts feel too heavy to lift. Amen. Thank you for that prayer again,
Amen.
Karen. I
Amen.
just can't thank her enough. She's written some beautiful prayers during this time.
And
So
on that note, as a prayer for people that are new that are joining us, or that may be watching on YouTube or anything like that, we don't have a specific restriction on the type of prayer and things like that we're reading. Um, it leans far more to a non-secular aspect for the group.
yes,
So, we have Jewish prayers, read a Hindu prayer, read a Buddhist prayer. It doesn't matter.
yes,
It will be read if it's something that
yes,
reflects, someone who's part of this family, and their belief system, or whether it's holistic treatments or thought processes and things like that. We will do that. I just posted recently a beautiful spell
I
of
saw that.
healing,
That was cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
and it was brilliantly done, and it came with love.
Mhm.
And I was like, I absolutely will post it,
yes,
because Raul would have thought, oh, okay, that's really cool. So yeah.
whatever
Live
anybody
and
would
let
like for us
live.
to read or share, a poem, a prayer, your words, whatever you'd like, submit it to us.
Yeah.
I will be going back to getting some stuff off the page and reading it out loud. I because there's so much good there. It's just incredible. But I thank you all again for being here. Thank you for helping us all get through this together as Malo Strong fans. Keep the family in prayer. Let's continue to pray for Raul. And I thank you all for being here. And we'll see you tomorrow. Joni, we'll see you tomorrow. And we remain Malo Strong, everybody. Love you all.
Guys and
Have
girls.
a blessed evening. Thank you, everyone.
Later.
Bye.
Night,
Bye.
everyone.
Okay,
Have a
Bye
guys.
nice
bye.